and it still locks the door as soon as the oven is hot enough to burn, and doesn't release the door catch until the oven is cool enough inside again to make it safe to open.
Changing just one feature in a product may mean substantial redesign.
In order to make our new mechanical mechanism work, we needed to hinge the door at the top rather than at the side, which meant that we had to move the doorknob down to the bottom. And rather than an electronic indicator that the door is hot, we've put a mechanical indicator in instead, so that when we shut the tray down and switch the oven on, as it begins to heat up, you'll see an orange indicator come into view, and that then tells me that the door is locked.
New drawings are prepared of the changed design, and a new prototype is built.
What Tom's doing is he's modifying an existing component from the oven to a modified drawing. What happens is that the original oven is taken and we make a mock-up, a working mock-up, modifying all the components as we think they need to be modified. That model is then taken into the drawing office, where the draftsman duplicates our modifications onto the existing drawings.
Quite often, modifying an existing and well-liked product can lead to a completely new and additional product, satisfying a different consumer need.
In the perspective of design, we came up with a product for a 3 to 9-year-old, compiling this whole group of what we call combi bits, which are construction toys. And then when we looked at it, we sat around once again and said, is there anything else we can do with this range of product? And somebody came up with the idea of doing a mobile, and we thought, what a great idea. The aspects of the mobile that were unusual for us was we had to find out how we can suspend them, how to balance them, what we use to support them, and what was really funny was trying to find a bead that has 3 holes that's on the market today and we can access readily. And then we had to find the interconnecting bars. And as you can see, they're brightly coloured, we had to source those. And then somebody said, why do a mobile that after a child's 2 years of age you can't use? So then we had another meeting around the round table, and somebody said, why don't we connect them on a piece of our own foam so that we can disconnect them, and when the child comes out of the cot, we take away the piece of fishing wire, and the child has a construction toy. Actually has 3 construction toys and can build its own toys. So we went from designing a combi bit construction toy, we took that into a mobile structure, which took a lot of research to find the parts that could work, and we ended up with a range of 14 combi bits and endless numbers of mobiles.
What always needs to be kept in mind when designing toys, as with most other products, is marketing. Market considerations affect the design of the toy, and the design of the toy in turn affects how it will be marketed.
Marketing is one of those things that is difficult to describe in a short sentence. A lot of people think of marketing simply as being the promotional side of it. In other words, coming up with jazzy advertising campaigns and writing fancy sentences to go on the back of boxes. Now, it is part of it. Of course, marketing is involved in selling the toys as well. But the greater part of the work in marketing is in having the ideas in the first place, is knowing the market that you're trying to launch the toy into, and in knowing how to get the feedback back from the consumer. It's no point designing a toy oven for girls and then making it black and putting heavy metal stickers all over it, because 5-year-old girls aren't into that yet, maybe one day.
The major thing that we had to work out with this product range was we had a real dilemma as to colour. And colour was very important to us from the retail point of view, in terms of it, one, attracting the purchaser's eye, most importantly the child's eye, so we had to go for colours that we knew kids were going to chase, so to speak.
With toys in particular, current fashions will affect how well the product sells.
Often, one of the most important things that can determine the success of a toy is, for example, a TV series that it's based on. A classic example being the Power Rangers toys, which we had a range of Power Rangers toys this year and last year that have done very, very well because the TV series was a superb success.
Marketing also extends to the design both of the packaging and of the way the goods are presented in the retail store.
The most important thing that helped us also with this product range was the difference we have in this product being able to be stacked at a retail point and this product being able to be stacked at a retail point. As you can see, we can put these baskets one on top of another in any retail position, supply them like that. The retailer can store them where he wants to, has very easy method of transportation, very easy display unit. Whereas the tub is a problem for a retailer. The question is, if we put that tub there and another one on top, then they often fall down. They choose whether to hang them or not, and what often happens is the consumer pulls it down and tears the handle. We had our baskets, we have our tub, and then we took the next step, which was trying to get as much retail space as we could in a display so that people could walk into a store, see this bright, colourful arrangement of product, and it automatically draws your eyes in a retail store, and that's why we designed this display unit with our name up the top. Anything you can think of, we've basically packaged so that we have store space.
We've seen that evaluation of the design needs to be carried out at every stage. Safety is an important design feature which needs to be evaluated in this way. Properly managing the process is crucial, so that the final product fits the original consumer need. And communication must take place all the time. For example, between customer and toy maker, and between the design department and the manufacturing department. The designer of toys, as with any other product, has an ethical responsibility to the customer.
I think it's very sad that children should be increasingly preoccupied with things, toys, activities, entertainment, if you like, that keep them indoors and keep them away from their friends and away from their families. I don't think there's anybody in the toy business who doesn't feel the same way. We would all love to see children getting back outdoors or returning to the simple types of toys. The problem is going to be in future years how to keep on coming up with toy ideas that get little boys, let alone little girls, out of themselves.
And finally, we mustn't forget that the production of well-designed toys can give great satisfaction not only to the customer, but also to the toy maker.